Hey guys, welcome here, welcome to my channel. I hope you didn't forget about me, but yeah, I'm here and I hope you will really like this video. So, Rajasthan's best kept secret, Chaturmukh Temple. Yes, it will be only about this temple and about some secrets. I don't know, I just like these historical videos. They really reveal some really interesting stuff. I don't know, every time they surprise me. So, in the remote forest of the Aravalli Hills stands the majestic, see such words, majestic, Chaturmukh Jane. It really sounds like Jane. Wait, it's my name. Jane. Okay. Temple at Ranakpur, one of India's finest architectural masterpieces. Okay, built a long time ago, a symbol of artistic brilliance and spiritual devotion. Okay, let's see. They will, I'm sure, tell everything in the video too, so let's just see. And don't forget to like this video and leave a comment, okay?
The marble masterpiece, that is the Chaturmukh Temple.
Oh, they
at
already
Ranakpur.
have subtitles, okay.
It has some of the most intricate and gorgeous sculpture you can see anywhere. It's totally intact. There's absolutely not a hint of damage.
Awe-inspiring art and architecture with over 1,000 pillars and sculptures unlike any other in the world.
It's crazy how they were really making these sculptures so long time ago.
Scrub jungle of the Aravalli Hills in southwestern Rajasthan.
Such beautiful nature. Okay.
Forested valleys fall away from peaks almost 4,000 feet high.
So beautiful. I'm jealous.
Over 500 years ago, this region was part of the Rajput kingdom of Mewar, controlled from the great fort of Kumbhalgarh.
Now it's a part of history. Interesting, right?
Not far is one of India's great works of art.
Okay, let's see. One of the great works of art.
Hills, thick forest, and then in the middle of that, this great Jain temple.
I can't just hear my name in this Jain
beauty,
temple.
This jewel of a piece in the middle of what was once a thick forest.
The Chaturmukh, or the four-faced temple at Ranakpur, is massive. At over 48,000 square feet, spread over 3 floors, you could fit almost 17 tennis courts into it. Construction began in 1439.
Wait, it looks so
and took
small.
nearly 50 years to complete. Inside,
How it can
every
be that
surface
big,
is profusely
that huge?
embellished.
People that turn up there for the first time are astonished when they see Ranakpur, because it has some of the most intricate and gorgeous sculpture.
Yeah,
you
I would
can
love
see
to
anywhere. It's
photograph
totally
it.
intact. There's absolutely
Make
not
some
a
pictures
hint
there.
of damage.
And videos.
Ranakpur is like a little jewel in a forest, and when you come upon it and you come inside this space, it's a forest of pillars.
I wonder if it's really hard to go there,
1,444 pillars,
travel to this temple.
426 columns, 29 halls, 80 domes, and astonishingly, there are very few walls.
Columns have always been a strong thing, whether in Rajasthan or across India. Columns, pillars, khambe, stamb. And
Really
in the
interesting
case
architecture.
Of, Ranakpur, it's just columns upon columns upon columns upon columns.
Amazingly, in that labyrinth, you find these little courtyards. If you happen to go there on a day which
it's so
is
sweet.
partially sunny, and as a photographer, you look for those opportunities, then you get this interplay of brilliant
light
and
sunlight.
much softer areas where it spills into.
The temple of the Shwetambar, or white-clad Jain sect, is built of white marble, sourced from the surrounding region.
How they were making all the sculptures? I don't know.
Ranakpur is located in a small village by the same name in the Pali district of Rajasthan. In 1439, when it was built, this region formed the westernmost edge of the kingdom of the Mewar Rajputs.
Rana Kumbha, who was the great creator of the magnificent fortress of Kumbhalgarh, saw his empire expand from Gujarat down to Madhya Pradesh. At no other point in history was a Rajasthani ruler controlling such an enormous area. The same period that you see Kumbhalgarh built on this astonishing scale also produces the Jain temple at Ranakpur and reflects the same period of peak Rajasthani wealth, prosperity and influence.
Yeah, it looks wealthy. I can
But
tell.
it wasn't Rana Kumbha who thought of building the Ranakpur temple.
Okay.
History records that it wasn't the king, but his courtier.
It was one of the ministers of Rana Kumbha, Dharna Shah, who wanted permission from him to build a Jain temple in Ranakpur in the 15th century. And the Rana told him that he should build a temple but also a village around it, and that's how Ranakpur temple came, and it was named, the area was named as Rana Kapur.
It was also a wise decision to build a village near it, right?
The popular legend tells of how the temple came to be.
He saw it in a dream.
It is believed that the idea came to Dharna Shah one night as he was asleep. In
You know
his
that-
dream, he saw images of a great structure.
You know that many ideas to people come in their dreams.
Dharna Shah, who had taken a vow of celibacy at
Like
age
someone
32,
is
was a
sending it
devout
from the
Jain.
universe.
He believed that his dream was a calling and was determined to recreate the vision he had seen that night. The temple was dedicated to Lord Adinath, the first of the 24 Tirthankaras, the supreme preachers of the Jain faith. Inside, Minister Dharna Shah is immortalized in stone. But his isn't the only credit. The architect, depicted here scale in hand, also finds a place in history. His name was Deepak, or Dwepa, as he is sometimes called. He was believed to have been from a humble background, an unrecognized architect until then. But that was about to change. We don't know what inspired him. But in his mind was the design of one of the finest buildings in the world, the multi-pillared architectural wonder of Ranakpur.
It has so many really tiny
The
details.
court of Maharana
It's
Kumbha
crazy.
had so many well-known architects. Out of them, one gets picked. And I think that's really what sees the rise of Deepak, who's apparently this poor, humble man.
Deepak's big break came when he presented his design to Dharna Shah. As in much of Indian historical architecture, no physical drawings or blueprints remain to conclusively show how these buildings were planned. We can only assume that Deepak found some innovative way to present his multi-pillared plan to Dharna Shah. His vision matched Dharna Shah's dream. The rest is history.
The builder of Ranakpur is a Jain. The ruler is mainly a Shaivite, that is Maharana Kumbha. But he is also patronizing Jain temples. It also is telling us how much of a composite culture was the life of the local people around there.
Sad that we cannot really come back in time.
The composite culture that
And
brought
see
the
it
temple to
with
life
our own
still
eyes.
thrives. The direct descendants of the Hindu priests at the Jain temple continue to serve.
हमारी यहाँ पे वंश परंपरा चलती है। जब से ये मंदिर बनाए 600 साल हुए हैं। सबसे पहले पृथ्वीराज जी यहाँ पर आए थे, फिर उन्हीं के जो वंशज हैं वही इस मंदिर की पूजा करते हैं। मेरे पिताजी हैं 17वीं पीढ़ी, मैं 18वीं पीढ़ी में हूँ। ये रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी से ज़्यादा हमको प्लेजर लगता है कि हमको ये सेवा करने का मौका मिल रहा है। ये कहाँ मिलता है बाहर? देखो मंदिर के अंदर हर चीज़
Such nice
सिंबॉलिक है।
guy.
यहाँ पे 1444 पिलर्स हैं। जैन धर्म के अंदर जो हरिभद्र सुरेश्वर महाराज थे, उन्होंने 1444 श्लोक लिखे थे, जिसके ऊपर जैन धर्म खड़ा है सिंबॉलिकली। पूरा मंदिर इन पिलर्स के ऊपर ही है, इसके ऊपर कोई सपोर्टिंग वॉल नहीं है। सभी श्लोक अलग अलग थे, तो उसी तरह से सारे पिलर्स भी अलग अलग है, सबकी डिजाइन अलग अलग है। कोई भी दो पिलर्स आपको एक जैसे नहीं दिखेंगे।
Each pillar had subsections, and each section was independently worked upon by different artisans.
You would give that creative right to the craftsperson. So it's not that one craftsperson would be carving different columns. You know, each would get their set of columns or their columns, and each one was free to work within a certain scale on the capital, on the middle shaft, and do whatever carving. And
Right.
this is what resulted in
So many people
masterpieces
were
like what
working
you
on
see in
it.
Ranakpur.
Of building it.
Every surface is intricately carved. Some defy the imagination. Like the Kalpa Vriksh, the mythical tree that provides all that is desired. The incredible filigree is carved from a single slab of marble. So is the idol of Lord Sahasraphan Parasnath, protected by a 1,000-headed divine serpent, endlessly intertwined.
नाग के शरीर के पीछे सोचो कौन से टूल्स थे 600 साल पहले, नाग के शरीर के पीछे से होके उन्होंने कार्विंग करी, उसमें कोई जॉइंट भी नहीं है, वो एक सिंगल पत्थर में बनाया हुआ है। तो मूवीज के अंदर आप रीटेक ले सकते हो, आप मुझे बोल सकते हो दूसरी बार फिर से बोलो, बैक स्पेस डिलीट अंडू कुछ भी नहीं होता है, एक बार में बिना गलती किए बनाना है, पत्थर का काम है, देखो उसमें रीटेक नहीं होता है।
6 centuries on, the temple at Ranakpur remains one of India's great artistic accomplishments. Many even consider it perfect.
Of course it is perfect.
But is it?
Okay, tell me some other
Padma Shah,
facts.
the man who built it, and Deepak, its architect, made sure that it wasn't entirely perfect. Among
Why?
the thousands of perfect columns and pillars is one aberration. A pillar that is deliberately crooked.
Why?
So this is to remind us that we are humans. We are
Oh.
not divine. And this column being out of line reminds us that this is earth, this is not perfection.
Really wise
The
idea
builders
too.
knew that they were creating an exceptional work of art, but that could lead to hubris, and it was not wise to tempt fate.
You realize there is something that has been put into place in order for you to understand that concept of perfection.
In a modern age, aided by advancements in technology, perfection remains a distant ideal.
Yeah.
600 years ago, at the Chaturmukh Temple at Ranakpur, medieval mortals may have deliberately stopped short of achieving it.
Real nice ideas. I don't have anything to add because I already told a lot during the video. Yeah, because you know, in long videos I may forget some things I have on my mind, so when the thoughts come here, I'm just telling it to you. Sorry if I interrupt the video. Can't handle it. Okay, thanks Team History TV for making this documentary. Yeah, such a short documentary at the same time so informative about the temple. Okay, so thank you guys for watching again and have a good day, have a good life, and see you soon in my next videos, and I hope to record the movie soon. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm really trying my best. Okay, so stay tuned and see you. Bye bye.